Hello students, I hope you are fine, safe and refreshed. Are you ready to learn a new lesson? In this video session, we are going to discuss a few topics from chapter 3, Mixtures and their separation. We have already learned about substance and its classifications. Let me recapitulate. What is substance? Substance is made up of matter. Substances are classified into two groups, that are pure substances and impure substances. What is the another name for impure substance? Mixtures. We shall now discuss characteristics of pure substances and impure substances, that is mixtures, as well as differentiation between compound and mixtures. What is pure substance? A pure substance consists of particles of only one kind. Pure substance consists of particles of only one kind. What are the two types of pure substance? Element and compound. Element is made up of same kind of atoms. For example, gold. If you take a piece of gold, it is made up of only one kind of atom, that is gold atoms. If you take a piece of gold and it is made up of only one kind of atom, that is gold atoms. Therefore, gold is an element and it is a pure substance. Next, compound. Compound is made up of same kind of molecules. Compound is made up of same kind of molecules. For example, water. Water is made up of only one kind of molecule, that is water molecule. Therefore, water is a compound and it is a pure substance. Now we shall discuss the characteristics of pure substances. First, a pure substance has definite composition. A pure substance has definite composition. For example, water is composed of only of molecules of water. Water is composed of only of molecules of water. Similarly, gold is composed of only of atoms of gold. Therefore, we can tell that a pure substance has definite composition. Next, a pure substance has definite set of properties. For example, take a piece of gold and break it into several pieces. Every piece contains the same properties of gold. Similarly, take a drop of water from a glass. That drop of water shows all the properties of water. It clearly shows that the pure substances have definite set of properties. Next, a pure substance has fixed melting point and fixed boiling point. As we know, 0 degrees Celsius is the melting point of ice. 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water. 0 degrees Celsius is the melting point of ice and 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water. When the ice reaches 0 degrees Celsius, it starts melting. When the water reaches 100 degrees Celsius, it starts boiling. From this, we can tell that a pure substance has fixed melting point and a fixed boiling point. Next, A pure substance cannot be separated into its components by physical means. As we know, H2O is the water molecule. The hydrogen and oxygen cannot be separated into its components, that is hydrogen and oxygen, by physical means such as heating or freezing. When you heat water or freeze water, this hydrogen and oxygen cannot be separated. Now we shall discuss about mixture. A mixture consists of molecules of two or more substances in any proportion such that they do not undergo any chemical change. A mixture consists of molecules of two or more substances in any proportion such that they do not undergo any chemical change. For example, air is a mixture because air is a mixture of a number of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide are present in air. Air consists molecules of more substances. Therefore, air is a mixture. These gases in air are mixed in any proportion. The ratio of these gases is not same. They are mixed in any proportion. They do not undergo any chemical change. These gases in air do not undergo any chemical change. Therefore, air is a mixture. Here we have to note that each substance in a mixture is called constituent or component. For example, nitrogen is a constituent of air. Oxygen is a constituent or component of air. Next, the molecules of one constituent are different from the molecules of other constituents in mixture. For example, the molecules of nitrogen are different from the molecules of oxygen in air. The molecules of nitrogen are different from the molecules of oxygen in air. I hope you understood mixture. A mixture consists of molecules of two or more substances in any proportion such that they do not undergo any chemical change. Now we are going to discuss about characteristics of mixture. First, the constituents in a mixture may be present in any ratio or proportion. The constituents in a mixture may be present in any ratio or proportion. For example, in a mixture of salt and water, the amount of salt and water is not fixed. The amount of salt and water is not fixed. Take 3 glasses of water. Add 1 spoon of salt in the first glass, 2 spoons of salt in the second glass, and 3 spoons of salt in the third glass. These 3 glasses are the sample of mixture. When you compare these 3 glasses of salty water, the amount of salt is not the same in each glass. It clearly shows that the constituents in a mixture may be present in any ratio or proportion. Next, in a mixture, each constituent exhibits its original properties. In a mixture, each constituent exhibits its original properties. For example, the property of salt is saltiness. When it is mixed with water, the property of salt does not change. The property of salt does not change even when it is mixed with water. Another example, The property of oxygen is to support burning. When it is one of the constituent in air, even it supports burning. When it is one of the constituent in air, even then it supports burning. From this we can understand that in a mixture, each constituent exhibits its original properties. A mixture does not have a fixed melting point or boiling point. A mixture does not have fixed melting point or boiling point. We know that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. It is a fixed boiling point of water. Take 2 glasses of water, add 1 spoon of salt in the first glass and 5 spoons of salt in the other glass. The boiling point of water containing 1 spoon of salt is different from the water containing 5 spoons of salt. From this we can understand that a mixture does not have a fixed melting point or boiling point. Next, the constituents of a mixture can be separated by simple physical means. The constituents of a mixture can be separated by simple physical means. For example, add salt with iron dust. Now, move the magnet over the mixture. The magnet can attract the iron dust and leaving the salt behind. From this we can understand that the constituents of a mixture can be separated by simple physical means. Another example, take salty water and boil it. The water is evaporated, leaving the salt behind. By boiling, the salt and water are separated. It also shows the constituents of a mixture can be separated by simple physical means. We shall discuss about differences between compound and mixture. The first difference, compound is a pure substance, mixture is an impure substance. What is pure substance? If any substance is made up of only one kind of molecule, is called pure substance. For example, H2O, it is a water molecule. Water is made up of only of water molecules, that is H2O. So water is a pure substance. Mixture is an impure substance. What is impure substance? If anything is made up of 2 or more substances are called mixture. For example, air. Air is a mixture of a number of gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. So air is an impure substance. Air is an impure substance. Next, second difference, it consists of 2 or more elements combined together chemically. Mixture consists of 2 or more substances that are not combined chemically. For example, if you take a water molecule, here there are 2 elements are present, hydrogen and oxygen. These elements, 2 elements, combine together chemically. It cannot be separated by physical means. It is combined. Hydrogen and oxygen are combined chemically. Here, mixture consists of 2 or more substances that are not combined chemically. For example, air is a mixture of gases that are oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. These gases in air are not combined chemically. Third difference, in compound, the constituents lose their identities. In mixture, the constituents do not lose their identity. What are the constituent elements of water? Hydrogen and oxygen. We know that hydrogen element can burn, oxygen element helps in burning. However, the compound water formed from hydrogen and oxygen neither burns nor helps in burning. They lose their identities. In compound, the constituents lose their identities. In mixture, the constituents do not lose their identity. We know that oxygen helps in burning. When it is one of the constituent mixture of air, even then it helps burning. It does not lose their identity. In mixture, the constituents do not lose their identity. Fourth one, compound has fixed melting point and fixed boiling point. 100 degrees Celsius is the fixed boiling point of water and 0 degrees Celsius is the fixed melting point of ice. They never change. Mixture does not have fixed melting point and boiling point. As we have discussed earlier, the boiling point of water containing 1 spoon of salt is different from the water containing 5 spoons of salt. Therefore, mixture does not have fixed melting point and fixed boiling point. Fifth difference, the constituents can only be separated by chemical means. For example, water molecule cannot be separated by boiling or freezing. However, when electricity is passed through water mixed with acid, the molecules of water split to give rise to hydrogen and oxygen. When electricity is passed through water mixed with acid, the molecules of water split to give rise to hydrogen and oxygen. Therefore, the constituents can only be separated by chemical means. The constituents in a mixture can be separated by simple physical means. For example, when you heat the salty water, the water is evaporated, leaving the salt behind. Therefore, the constituents can be separated by simple physical means in mixture. Sixth difference, in the formation of compound, energy is absorbed or evolved. When hydrogen and oxygen combine chemically to form water, energy is released in the form of heat and light. In the formation of mixture, does not involve any change in energy. When you add salt with water, when you mix salt with iron dust, there will be no change in energy. There will be no change in energy when you add salt with water, when you mix salt with wine dust. Now we shall discuss an activity is to show that the properties of compound different from of a mixture. For this activity, we need the following materials: iron filings, sulfur, liquid carbon disulfide, magnet, test tube, watch glass. First, mix iron filings and sulfur. Take some portion of it and put it on a watch glass. Let it be called the sample X. Take the remaining portion of mixture of iron filings and sulfur in a test tube and heat it. When it is heated, black mass is formed. Put it on a watch glass. Let it be the sample Y. Sample Y is the heated form of iron filings and sulfur. First step, bring the magnet over the sample X. What happens? The iron filings are attracted by magnet. Bring the magnet to the over sample Y. The iron filings remain unaffected. The iron filings remain unaffected. Next step, add carbon disulfide to the sample X. What happens? The yellow sulfur dissolves in carbon disulfide. The yellow sulfur dissolves in carbon disulfide. Add carbon disulfide to the sample Y. Here, the sulfur does not dissolve in carbon disulfide. Here, sulfur does not dissolve in carbon disulfide. Here we have to understand that sample X is a mixture of iron filings and sulfur. Sample Y is a compound. On heating, iron filings and sulfur, iron sulfide is formed. Iron sulfide is a compound. As we know, iron filing has the property of being attracted by magnet. Sulfur has the property of being dissolved in carbon disulfide. Therefore, a mixture of iron filings and sulfur shows the properties of its constituent. However, the compound form of iron sulfide does not show the properties of its constituent. It clearly proves that the properties of a compound different from those of a mixture. We have discussed the characteristics of pure substances and impure substances. What are the two types of pure substance? Elements and compounds. What is the other name for impure substance? Mixture. Here, a few substances are given. You have to classify these as elements, compounds and mixture. What is element? Element is made up of only one kind of atom. Compound is made up of only one kind of molecule. And mixture is made up of two or more substances. First one, oxygen. Oxygen is made up of only one kind of atom, that is oxygen atom. Therefore, oxygen is an element. Milk. Milk is made up of water, protein, fat, carbohydrates as well as other substances. Therefore, it is a mixture. Milk is a mixture. Next one, dusty air. We know that air is a mixture of a number of gases and dust is also present. So, dusty air is a mixture. Dusty air is a mixture. Water. Water is made up of only of molecules of water. So, water is a compound. Water is a compound. Next, muddy water. Water is mixed with mud. Therefore, muddy water is a mixture. Muddy water is a mixture. Next one, gold. Gold is made up of only of atoms of gold. Therefore, gold is an element. Iron sulfide. Iron and sulfur are combined chemically to form iron sulfide. Therefore, iron sulfide is a compound. Iron sulfide. iron sulfide is a compound. I hope you understood the differences between elements, compounds and mixture. Dear students, we have discussed the following topics: characteristics of pure substances and mixtures, differences between compound and mixtures. Thank you.